Have you ever felt an overwhelming heaviness in your life, even after achieving significant milestones? This feeling of tiredness, despite accomplishments, is more common than we think. What is the source of this fatigue? Is it the relentless pace of modern living, or perhaps the constant barrage of information and expectations? We often find ourselves surrounded by noise, both external and internal, that weighs us down. This heaviness can obscure our sense of fulfillment and joy. As we navigate through our busy lives, we must ask ourselves, are we truly living or merely existing? In this exploration, we will delve into the complexities of modern life and seek to understand the roots of our exhaustion, aiming to uncover paths toward clarity and peace. In today's world, we often find ourselves in a relentless race to accumulate more possessions, more achievements, and more recognition. This pursuit can create a paradox where simplicity is misinterpreted as deprivation. However, simplicity is not a lack. It is a conscious choice to prioritize what truly matters in our lives. By embracing simplicity, we can shift our focus from external validation to internal fulfillment. This intentional decision allows us to declutter our minds and hearts, making space for genuine connections and meaningful experiences. In a society that equates worth with accumulation, choosing simplicity becomes an act of courage. It challenges the notion that happiness is tied to material wealth, inviting us to explore deeper values and ultimately leading to a more enriched existence. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded with choices, each one promising to enhance our lives. However, this abundance of options often leads to decision fatigue, leaving us mentally exhausted. Every notification from our devices pulls us in different directions, demanding our attention and time. As we navigate through endless possibilities, the pressure to make the right choice can feel overwhelming. This constant state of alertness not only distracts us, but also diminishes our ability to enjoy the present moment. The seductive allure of modern conveniences can quickly turn into a burden as we find ourselves trapped in a cycle of perpetual decision-making. Ultimately, the very promises that entice us may contribute to our feelings of fatigue and disconnection from what truly matters in life. In our fast-paced world, the invisible weight of small worries can often feel overwhelming. These seemingly minor concerns accumulate, creating a chronic mental load that drains our energy. The pressure to be constantly productive adds to this burden, leading to feelings of fatigue that can be hard to shake off. It is not just the big stresses that weigh us down, it is the constant nagging thoughts about tasks left undone, emails unanswered, and the never-ending to-do lists. This mental clutter fosters a sense of overwhelm, making it challenging to focus on what truly matters. As we navigate our daily lives, recognizing this invisible weight is crucial. By acknowledging these small worries, we can begin to alleviate their impact and reclaim our mental clarity and peace. In modern culture, there is a pervasive belief that accumulating more possessions, achievements, and experiences equates to happiness. This misconception can lead individuals to chase after excess, thinking that the next big purchase or milestone will fill an emotional void. However, this accumulation often results in increased responsibilities and stress. As we gather more, we inadvertently invite a heavier mental load filled with the pressure to maintain and manage our possessions. The irony lies in the fact that while we seek fulfillment through excess, we may find ourselves overwhelmed and fatigued. The quest for more can distract us from appreciating what truly brings joy, emphasizing the need to reassess our priorities and recognize that simplicity may hold the key to genuine happiness. Understanding the distinction between physical and mental space is crucial for our well-being. Our surroundings often reflect our inner state. Clutter in our homes can mirror the chaos in our minds. When we accumulate unnecessary items, it can lead to mental clutter and emotional strain. This clutter can weigh heavily on us, contributing to feelings of overwhelm and fatigue. By recognizing this correlation, we can take proactive steps to create a more harmonious environment. Clearing out physical space can lead to mental clarity, allowing us to focus on what truly matters. It is essential to cultivate an awareness of how our external environment influences our internal landscape. By addressing both physical and mental clutter, we can pave the way for a more balanced and fulfilling life. Reflecting on the insights of historical figures like Epicurus and Marcus Aurelius reveals profound wisdom about wealth and simplicity. Epicurus taught that true richness comes not from material accumulation, but from appreciating the little things in life. He emphasized the joy found in simple pleasures, suggesting that a modest lifestyle leads to greater happiness. Similarly, Marcus Aurelius, through his meditations, highlighted the importance of inner peace and self-control. He understood that the pursuit of external possessions often distracts us from what truly matters. Both philosophers encourage us to seek contentment in simplicity, advocating for a life that prioritizes meaningful experiences over material goods. Embracing this wisdom can help us navigate the complexities of modern life, reminding us that true wealth lies in needing little. To find true inner peace, we must learn to detach from material possessions. This detachment is not about renouncing all that we own, but rather understanding that our worth is not tied to our belongings. By letting go of unnecessary burdens, we create space for what genuinely matters in our lives. Imagine a life where you are not weighed down by the constant need to acquire more. Instead, focus on nurturing relationships, experiences, and personal growth. The journey to inner peace begins with recognizing that happiness does not stem from accumulation, but from a sense of freedom and clarity. As we release our attachment to things, we open ourselves to deeper connections and a more fulfilling existence. Let go and embrace the lightness of being. Once, a Zen teacher held a cup and poured tea until it overflowed. He continued pouring, ignoring the mess, and said, "This is your mind, too full to accept anything new." The students watched in confusion, realizing the lesson. When we cling tightly to our existing beliefs and experiences, we create an overflowing cup, preventing new insights and growth. The overflowing cup symbolizes how our lives can become cluttered with excess thoughts and distractions, leaving no room for fresh perspectives. The teacher encouraged them to empty their cups, to let go of preconceived notions, and to embrace the unknown. This anecdote serves as a reminder that in our quest for knowledge and experiences, we must first create space to receive what life has to offer. In our relentless pursuit of more, we often overlook the beauty found in simplicity and the small details of everyday life. Happiness does not reside in grand achievements or material possessions. Rather, it flourishes in the quiet moments we frequently ignore. A warm cup of tea, the laughter of a friend, or the serenity of a morning walk can bring profound joy. When we shift our focus from accumulating to appreciating, we discover that fulfillment lies in the present. By embracing simplicity, we create space for gratitude and connection, allowing us to savor life's little pleasures. This realization invites us to slow down and become mindful of the richness in our daily experiences, ultimately leading us to a more profound sense of happiness and contentment. In our fast-paced society, simplicity is often misinterpreted as a form of poverty. However, this perspective overlooks the profound power of choice. Simplicity is not about lacking resources. It is a conscious decision to prioritize what truly matters in our lives. By stripping away the unnecessary, we create space for the essential, allowing us to focus on deeper connections and experiences. This intentional approach to living encourages us to reflect on our values and what brings genuine joy. Instead of equating simplicity with deprivation, we should recognize it as a pathway to clarity and fulfillment. Embracing simplicity empowers us to reclaim our time and energy, fostering a life rich in meaning rather than cluttered with excess. It is time to redefine simplicity as a strength rather than a limitation. Simplifying life is not merely a choice. It requires immense courage. In a world driven by societal pressures and expectations, saying no can feel daunting. The fear of judgment or missing out often keeps us trapped in a cycle of overcommitment. However, embracing simplicity means prioritizing what truly matters, even if it means stepping away from the norm. It takes bravery to resist the allure of constant busyness and to redefine success on our own terms. By letting go of unnecessary obligations, we reclaim our time and mental space. This act of courage opens the door to a more authentic life, where we can focus on meaningful connections and experiences. Ultimately, simplifying life empowers us to live intentionally, free from the weight of others' expectations. In our fast-paced world, reducing commitments and distractions can profoundly enhance our lives. By intentionally choosing to simplify, we create space for greater presence in each moment. This shift allows us to engage more deeply with those around us, fostering meaningful connections that often get lost in the chaos of daily life. When we eliminate unnecessary obligations, we can focus on nurturing relationships that truly matter. This intentionality not only improves our interactions, but also enhances our emotional well-being. The clarity gained from minimizing distractions enables us to listen actively and respond thoughtfully, enriching our conversations. Ultimately, embracing simplicity leads to a more fulfilling existence, where we can savor the richness of our experiences and the depth of our connections with others. In our journey toward balance, it is essential to recognize that each person's definition of enough is unique. What satisfies one individual may leave another feeling unfulfilled. This realization invites us to engage in self-reflection. Take a moment to consider your own needs and desires. What truly brings you joy? Are you pursuing goals that align with your values, or are you simply following societal expectations? Understanding your personal definition of enough can help you prioritize what matters most in your life. It allows you to let go of unnecessary burdens and focus on experiences that enrich your existence. Embrace the journey of discovering your unique balance, and remember, it is a personal exploration that can lead to greater fulfillment and inner peace. These practical steps can lead to a more meaningful and simplified life. Assess your belongings and identify what is truly necessary. This process not only clears your environment, but also provides mental clarity. Next, consider your commitments. Evaluate each obligation and cancel those that do not bring joy or fulfillment. This will free up time for activities that matter. Additionally, turn off notifications on your devices to limit distractions. Create intentional moments of pause throughout your day to reconnect with yourself. Reflect on your desires and distinguish between what you genuinely want versus what society dictates. To truly embrace a simpler life, it is essential to evaluate our commitments regularly. Take a moment to reflect on the activities and obligations that fill your schedule. Are they enriching your life, or do they feel like burdens? Canceling commitments that do not bring joy or fulfillment can create space for what truly matters. This process allows for more time to simply be, to breathe, and to enjoy the present moment. By prioritizing joy, we free ourselves from the weight of unnecessary responsibilities. Imagine the clarity and peace that comes from focusing on what genuinely resonates with you. This intentional approach not only enhances your well-being, but also fosters deeper connections with those around you, enriching your life in meaningful ways. In our fast-paced world, constant notifications can feel overwhelming, pulling our attention in multiple directions. The speaker emphasizes the significance of turning off these distractions, allowing us to reclaim our focus and mental clarity. By intentionally creating moments of pause throughout the day, we can cultivate mindfulness and presence. These pauses provide opportunities to reflect, breathe, and reconnect with ourselves, ultimately enhancing our well-being. The speaker encourages viewers to assess their daily routines, identifying times when they can disconnect from technology and engage in more meaningful activities. This intentional approach not only reduces mental clutter, but also fosters deeper connections with ourselves and others. Embracing these moments of stillness can lead to a more balanced and fulfilling life, free from the incessant noise of modern living. In our quest for fulfillment, it is vital to differentiate between desires that resonate with our true selves and those shaped by external influences. Begin by reflecting on what you genuinely want versus what society suggests you should want. Consider the impact of social media, advertising, and peer pressure in shaping these desires. Ask yourself, are these aspirations truly mine, or are they borrowed from others? Take time to journal your thoughts, creating a list of desires that stem from your core values. This exercise can illuminate the path toward a more authentic life. By consciously identifying your true desires, you can align your actions with what genuinely brings you joy, leading to a more meaningful existence. Embrace this journey of self-discovery and prioritize your unique aspirations. In a world saturated with options and distractions, the speaker urges us to shift our focus from consumption to creation. Engaging in creative activities fosters a sense of fulfillment and joy that mere consumption cannot provide. Whether it's painting, writing, or crafting, these pursuits allow us to express ourselves and connect with our inner passions. By prioritizing creation, we reclaim our time and energy, leading to deeper satisfaction in our lives. This transition encourages us to explore our unique talents and share them with others, creating a ripple effect of positivity. The speaker emphasizes that when we create, we contribute to a richer, more meaningful existence. Let us embrace this journey of creation, transforming our lives into a canvas of joy and purpose. As we conclude our journey into the world of simplicity, remember that this is not a one-time effort, but a continuous process. Embracing simplicity means taking actionable steps toward a lighter, more meaningful life in the year 2026. It's about making conscious choices every day that align with your true values. I encourage you to reflect on what truly matters and to let go of the excess that weighs you down. Your feedback and engagement are invaluable to this conversation. Share your thoughts, experiences, and the steps you plan to take. Together, we can inspire each other to cultivate a life filled with purpose and joy. Let's commit to this journey of simplicity, making it a priority in our lives moving forward.